What is going on, you guys? Thank you so much for tuning into my video. I hope you've had a wonderful, blessed, and fantastic day today. My name is Ula Jordan Hartman, and I teach the Bible and how we can take it and we can implement it into health and fitness and getting jacked. So without further ado, I'm going to start today's episode in which I'm going to talk about overeating and why God says it's bad, and tips and tricks to prevent you from overeating on the bad foods. So without further ado, let's begin. Proverbs 23, verses 1 through 3. All right. While dining with the ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all of the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Now, what does all this mean? Number one, if you're a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Okay? Well, that sounds pretty harsh, but this is really what he's getting at here. Don't desire all of the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. Who's trying to trick you? The ruler. The ruler. And you want to know who we can look to in America, especially in today's society, is the ruler? Take a guess. Think about all of the companies that are pushing this horrible, disgusting processed foods on us, on our children. Kellogg's, Kraft, all of this nastiness. That's the ruler. The government saying that it's okay, that Lucky Charms are more healthy than steak. The ruler. Do not trust them and all these companies. And I'm going to show you something that's really crazy. Okay, let's take everybody's favorite cereal, or at least my favorite cereal. Mind you, I'm going to take a step over to this side, and you're going to see my son drool over this board, and I can't seem to erase it. Right? I'm going to show you guys something with how bad Cinnamon Toast Crunch is versus God's gift to earth, my favorite fruit, watermelon. All right? I want you to check this out. You're gonna absolutely, your mind's gonna be blown when you see this. 1 ounce, okay? 1 ounce of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What does that look like? It's about a bowl. I think it's like maybe a little bit bigger than that. If you were to take Cinnamon Toast Crunch and put it in that fist size circle, that's 1 ounce. Now, 1 pound of watermelon, how much is that? Well, if you were to take about a pound of watermelon, you're probably talking about, I'm a horrible drawer, by the way, but you're probably taking a bowl about this size and filling it pretty significantly. Okay? You've got 1 pound versus 1 ounce. And yes, I know the majority of watermelon is water, but I'm getting to that. Okay. 1 pound, 1 ounce. Which do you think is going to fill you up more? Do you think eating this bowl of cereal that you're also going to add milk to, by the way, is going to fill you up more? Or do you think eating the pound of watermelon is going to fill you up more? Which one? Well, I'm pretty sure you guys already know the answer. The watermelon is going to fill you up more. How much is a pound of watermelon? 135 calories. How much is 1 ounce of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Huh? The answer is 120. 1 ounce of the ruler's food, that junk that you eat, sometimes I eat, and I'm really working at pushing that stuff away. Completely, altogether. But we give it to our kids, we put it in our body. This nastiness, the ruler wants us to eat. The government wants us to be weak. All these companies want us to be weak so we continue to buy and feed into their crap. Well, what I can tell you is God says, pay attention to what is put before you for a reason, because he wants us to pay attention to the foods that we put in our mouth and that we put down our throat and consume. Why? Because it's so easy for us to eat an ounce of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And then it's so easy for us to add milk to this. And now this becomes 200 calories. Right? Oh, but an ounce isn't enough to fill me up. I need like 4 or 5 ounces. So now multiply that by 5. All right, what do I got? 120 times 5. I can't do the math that fast in my head. Was that 600? Okay, so I got 600 calories plus an extra 100 from milk. So I'm at 700 calories to fill me up. A pound of watermelon is filling this big boy up. And that's only 135 calories. God's gift, the ruler's threat to man, okay, is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It is. And I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm like genuinely serious on a serious note. The crap that we're putting in our bodies, it's so horrible for us and so calorically dense. And yet it says right in the Bible, God tells us we need to watch out for that stuff. So the next time you're going to eat some cereal like that, the next time, and it doesn't have to be cereal, Oreos, chips. How much is an ounce of chips? An ounce of chips is like 150 calories. Guys, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. You are killing yourself putting these gosh darn awful foods inside of your system. Don't desire all of the delicacies. Now, I understand as humans, we like to enjoy things every once in a while. And there's nothing wrong with the occasional Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the occasional chips, the occasional, if you want to have some mac and cheese from Kraft, there's nothing wrong with the occasional delicacy. But the problem is nowadays, there is no such thing as an occasional delicacy. Nowadays, this is just the normal breakfast, lunch, dinner is what we're putting down our throats. And it's not okay. It says right in the Bible that we need to put our knife to our throats with that stuff. So, tips on how selectively what you should eat instead. Well, steak is God's number one gift to man. Well, also, if you want to have a good, yummy snack, fruits, okay? Watermelon, cantaloupe, honeydew melon, any fruit that is encapsulated would be best because pesticides aren't going to be able to penetrate it as well. Like if you were to go with strawberries, pesticides really tend to soak up inside of those. So try to go for fruits that are more encapsulated. Again, cantaloupe, watermelon. Avocado is amazing. I know that's not necessarily a snack, but I know some of the millennials out there, they like the avocado toast. Hey, get maybe better quality bread, put some avocado on there. They're a solid snack. Apples are a decent one. Again, watch out for the pesticides, but bananas. I would say if you could opt for those as snacks rather than the delicacies of ice cream, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, all that jazz. That, because those are God's gifts. Those fruits, the fruit wants to be eaten. That's the plant saying, "Eat this part of me." That is God's gift to us when it comes to having a snack, when it comes to having a delicacy, when it comes to us not going over our calories. Okay, if I'm only supposed to eat 2,000 calories in a day, I can afford to eat a pound of watermelon. It's going to fill me up, and I'm probably not going to go over my calories because it's only 135 calories in a pound. Now, if I want to have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, there is no way I'm 6'3", about 210, 215 pounds. There's no way I'm just eating an ounce of Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And an ounce of Cinnamon Toast Crunch without any milk is 120. With milk, it's 200, 220, somewhere right around there. But to fill me up, man, you got to multiply that by 5. So now we're talking 700 calories. We're talking a third of my calories from Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Are you kidding me? And then imagine a child. A child does not need 2,400 calories in a day like I do. And yet, we're giving them a fourth or half of their calories in this. We have to stop putting that stuff in our bodies. We are simply succumbing to the devil and what he wants to become weak. The government, they want us to become weak. They want us to put this crap inside of our bodies and become weak. They don't want us to be godly. They don't want us to be healthy, fit, and jacked and free thinkers. They don't want that. That's not what they want. So how do we avoid that? We start eating fruit instead. We start snacking on fruit when we want snacks. We start eating more red meat. We start eating whole eggs. We start eating whole foods again as a family. Get our families together and eat whole, good foods. That is how we stop being weak and we stop heading in the direction that we're heading. Okay? Again, while dining with a ruler, pay attention to what is put before you. If you are a big eater, put a knife to your throat. Don't desire all the delicacies, for he might be trying to trick you. They are trying to trick you, my friends. And in a closing statement, I'm making videos like this to try and show you the right path to health and fitness, feeling great, the energy, being jacked. Everything that you've always wanted is on the other side of simple decisions. Simple decisions of foods you put inside your body. Are you going to go have some Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Or are you going to go have some watermelon? Are you going to go have some mac and cheese? Or are you going to go have some steak? Or are you going to have mac and cheese, steak, and some Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Well, that would be a cheat meal, my friend. Make sure you only have about one of those per week. Okay? I hope this helps you. I hope this was valuable to you. If it was, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be coming out with a ton more lessons on health, fitness, being jacked that stem from the Bible. Comment down below if you think that this helped you. And if you want to work with me one-on-one to achieve your spiritual and physical goals, I'm going to be attaching an application down below. I've got 2 spots left through the end of this year. Okay, it's December 15th. I have 2 spots left that get me through until January 1st. So you might want to apply fast before they end up taken.